Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Dina and I'm a registered nurse. On this channel, we talk about health, lifestyle, and entrepreneurship. Today, we're going to be looking at how to prevent leakage or spotting or soiling during our periods. A lot of times when we are on our period, we do not want to move, you don't want to cough, you don't want to turn, you basically don't want to do anything except sit in one position from morning to evening. Why? Because you fear that if you make any movement, you'll find you've spotted, you'll find you've soiled whatever you're putting on. But we have a few tricks to help us go through this without any leakage or spotting. These are tips that I've been using and I believe they can also be helpful to someone else. Tip number one is to track your period. Tracking your period helps you know when your period is actually starting. Some of us use apps on our phones, other people use the physical calendars. Once you have known your cycle, you'll always know when exactly your period is starting. Having known when your period will start, you'll always prepare prior to the start of the period. Talk of buying pads, having enough pads, also buying new knickers in case you need some. Next is knowing your flow. Knowing your flow means that you know how much blood you lose every time you're in your period. How is this helpful? It will help you to know which type of pads you're going to use, how thick and how often should you change. For example, if you have a heavy flow, it means you lose a lot of blood during your period. That means the frequency at which you change your pads is not going to be the same as the one of the person who has a light flow. The next step is to stock enough sanitary towels. Sometimes our periods come unannounced. Take say at night, it is 12 a.m., you have been sleeping, and next thing you know, your period has come. Now, if you have enough sanitary towels, it means you'll go clean up and put the pad. Next is choosing the right sanitary towels. Let me demonstrate something. I personally use Always. Now, Always, the packet that I use is maxi thick and long. On this pad, you'll see that there are words written on. They tell you no leaks. Number 2, there's no irritation. And number 3, there is no scent. Now, the type of pad that this one is maxi, thick, and extra long. Because I know that my period is heavy, I always go for the extra long and maxi. They are very thick. They can hold the blood for a long time. Now, the other thing is, some pads also indicate how long they can hold the blood for. Some have 8 hours, some have 6 hours, others have 4 hours. It depends on the thickness of the pad that you have bought. Next is to use well-fitting knickers or underwear. Now, if you buy a very big knicker and use it during your period, it is going to be loose. In that when you're putting it on, it will not hold the pad in position, and with time you'll find it move to the side and there's leakage even when you have the pad on. The other thing is putting on very tight, small knickers. Number 1, they'll make you very uncomfortable. Number 2, they also have the same thing. When they are holding you too tightly, they are going to reach a point and go to the side. And that is going to bring a lot of leakage. You're going to spot. You're going to soil your clothes. Always endeavor to use well-fitting knickers, preferably Mother's Union. Mother's Union, by the way, is a lifesaver. It will hold your butt properly. The bum bum will not go shaking all over the place. And number 2, they have a very good navel. They are wide enough. They hold the pad and it keeps in place properly. Lastly, avoid sitting in awkward positions. Now, sitting in awkward positions like you sit and you're raising your legs. Sometimes when you sit like that, blood will always flow backwards, and you'll find instead of the pad holding the blood, you have now stained like almost the upper part of your cloth. I've been applying these tips for a very long time and I've not had a spotting in a very, very long time. I hope they are helpful to you as well, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.